Hello everybody, so today we are going to be using the Wisdom House of the Night Oracle cards by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. So that is what we're starting with. I don't have any in particular questions and I haven't used these cards in a while, so we're just going to shuffle and see what happens. They're very light, like, considering what my other cards are like. Like, they're very easy to handle. I wouldn't say they're like a beginner deck or anything like that. They're definitely like you need your intuition or you need to use the guidebook. Because they don't have any, like, description on them. Just the names. So, I don't know why I felt the need to mention that, but I'm guessing that there's people that are interested in doing card readings, and like you guys are flocking to my channel, so I'm guessing it's kind of my job, like Spirit's trying to show me that it's my job to help you guys out. So I'll gladly help out. I love getting to teach about card readings. So, and if you don't, you know, that's fine, but hey, it's always an option. So I'm going to shuffle it a little bit more. And we could shuffle it like this as well. I always like to start mentioning it anymore that I'm like, oh, well, I like shuffling because, you know, you get to clear the energy out and you're getting the new energy in. So, and we had a card come out. Obedience. So with this, I'm really seeing justice. Like if you were to see the justice card in tarot, like the obedience card is what I'm getting for justice. So you're holding that sword in front of you, but you're blindfolded and you're weighing your options. So it might not even have to do with justice, but what I'm getting from it is that you have this choice that you want to make, and you're kind of weighing those options between the two. And you're like, should I do this one? Should I do this one? Should I fight? Should I wait? You're not sure what to do right now. You're very blinded to the possibilities because of this blindfold on you. If you can see that, you're very blindfolded. So let's shuffle a little bit more. And let's see what the heck's going on. My kitty cats are just walking around. I don't know if you saw the one earlier. She was hiding over there. And this card came out. Isn't that funny? So letting go. You need to start letting go of your fear. I'm thinking the reason why it's so difficult to make this choice right now is because you are holding on to a lot of fear. You're holding on to a lot of like caterpillar mentality of like, oh, well, I'm too afraid to fly. What, I've never flown before. What am I supposed to do? You know, it's that feeling of you want to grow, you want to be a butterfly, but you thought you already were. You thought you've already succeeded, but you haven't yet. So that's why you need to let go. I'm hearing of expectations. You might have some certain expectations on yourself on how you have to perform as a butterfly, but the truth is you're just a worm with wings at that point. You're always still going to be yourself. Everyone thinks that when you receive that thing, that everything's going to change and everything's going to be so much different. But it's still you. It's still going to be you. You're just growing. You're becoming a bigger, better person. So let's see what else. It definitely seems like we've been at this crossroads lately of not knowing what to do. So I just pulled out 3 cards. So you need to see the beauty of your situation. You need to start looking at basically everything. And instead of looking at it with fear, looking at it with well, like I said, beauty, looking at it. I'm hearing that you're looking at it with contentment, not content, contentment. I believe that's a word. I don't know, man. I'm just hearing that, like, you're not very happy about what you have to do. And you're like, well, I'd rather not. But the thing is, you have to. Or, like, you have to do something. You don't have to do that thing. 5:22 on the clock when I said that. You don't have to do that thing, but you do have to do something. You have to start putting yourself out there. And the thing is, once you do, you're going to find a place that feels like home. You're going to find something that you love within this new endeavor, because we have growth here. So you are literally stepping into that home, that new chapter that I don't think you've ever had a home. And I think that's what's also scary about this. Because you have been hidden your whole life, just hiding beyond, like, behind the scenes and trying to not be seen. But you are the main character. You're supposed to be seen. You're literally looking at the mirror and you're like, well, I'm invisible. I can't see myself in this mirror. And the mirror is you, though. You're not seeing yourself. You're not seeing your own potential. You're not seeing what it is that you can offer this world, that you already offer this world just by being yourself. I was listening to like a spiritual video last night. I can't remember who it was, but they said about how, oh, it was Dolores Cannon. She was saying about how the second wave of volunteers that came to Earth were the generators. And some people, like the generators, often will feel very depressed and feel like, oh, well, I have to do something. And she said, well, no, you don't, because you're here to help energize people. You're here to help inspire people. That is what you're doing. You need to realize that you don't need to do to do. And I know that might not make sense, but let's shuffle a little bit more and see if we can get some insight on this. Is this person a generator in that way? Loyalty, Stevie Ray. So the flowers are really popping out to me. These flowers over here. It's like she's becoming one with nature. She's becoming one with herself again. I don't think the loyalty part has anything to do with it. I'm not getting that that's supposed to resonate. It's more so the flowers and the butterfly, because I just now realized that there's a butterfly on top there. So you are becoming that butterfly. You are becoming one with yourself again. And it's a little scary. I think you forgot that you were always like this, but it just kind of got worse with the trauma, or it got worse with, like, life just kind of beating you around a little bit. So the thing is, like, you're starting out and you're starting new. Oh, I love these next 3 cards that I just pulled. Oh, beautiful. What's coming back is when I said, you don't have to do that thing, but you have to do something. You're starting out new. You have the fledgling card. A fledgling doesn't know how to be a vampire yet, you know? You're not going to know how to do it until you do it. You're not going to know how to do this thing until you do this thing. And so you're ending these cycles and starting new cycles. I'm getting that, like, you're at the full moon right now. Like, you're about to, like, go into the new moon state, or however the moons work. I'm not very good with it. Like, the moons and the stars, and I'm still learning all that kind of stuff. But with the moon, you are at your full moon right now. You're starting to fade into this new life. And when you finally step into this new life, you're going to find belonging. You're going to find home, because it's the house of night. All those beautiful colors just waiting for you. All those beautiful lights just waiting for you, welcoming you home. It's time to go back home. It's time to start being yourself again. And I think what you don't realize is, even back when you were yourself, you still had these feelings of fear. Because if I remember correctly, when I was a child, I still had feelings of fear. I still had feelings of anxiety. I thought, wow, younger me was so like out there and welcoming to people, and she could talk with anybody. She was amazing. And I don't realize half the time that I'm talking about myself. I still hold those qualities, but I don't realize that I hold those qualities because of all the trauma that I've been through. I'm not realizing that I'm able to step into this part of me again, and so are you. And the thing is, I think we've just become so lost over the years because of the pain, because of the trauma, because of everyone and everything that has put us down. And if this doesn't resonate, that's okay. I'm just kind of saying what comes to mind right now, like what's coming to my mind's eye and what I feel the need to say. And it really, at the end of the day, comes down to, this choice is not going to be the last choice you have to make. So be patient, and not just be patient about the choice, but be patient with yourself. This isn't the first challenge, and it's not going to be the last challenge. You need to be willing. Yeah, we have High Priestess of Air and High Priestess of Earth. You need to be willing to ground yourself into this new reality. Take time to ground yourself emotionally before you try to do anything else, because if you're going to constantly be fighting yourself, it's going to be difficult to improve and to move forward. And apparently we have rain coming, so that might be a sign for somebody. I just got a notification on my phone about that. So definitely, overall, what I'm getting for this reading is just start taking care of yourself and realize that it's funny, I have a song coming to mind. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. And it's not to be scary. It's not meant to be like, oh, well, if you think it's hard now, just wait. And it's like, no, it's not supposed to be like that. I'm not getting it's that. It's more so, if you think that you can't do it now, you'll never be able to do it. Like, you never will think you'll be able to do it. So instead of just rushing in, trying to figure this out head first and trying to be the savior and everything, like, take a second and breathe. And if you have outside forces that are telling you or cheering you on, like, tell them, hey, this is what my plan is. Like, if you have a counselor that you're talking with, and, you know, if they have this goal that you made with them, but you want to change your goal, tell them, hey, I'd like to change my goal. I don't think this is something I can do right now. I think this is something I can do right now, and I'd like to work my way up to that other goal later on. So I don't know, like, who needs to hear this, but if you're watching this and if you've watched all of it, for one, thank you for watching. 14:22 on the clock when I said that. Thank you for watching, as well as thank you for taking time for yourself. I think that's something I needed to say, because when you watch these readings, it's not just for me, it's not just for you, it's for your soul. It's for, we're connecting and we're talking with each other, and even if I can't hear what you're saying on the other end, we're temporarily becoming that one consciousness to be able to help each other. And I think that's beautiful. So I think that's about it. Just work on your roots and be willing to talk and tell people how you're feeling, and don't hide. I think you've become so used to hiding. You don't need to hide anymore. You got this. Bye.